Hello guys, welcome back to Arcane Duelist. Today we will be doing a deck profile on this Kewl Tune. So I've already tested this deck last Saturday at Gaia ranking. My result was X1 with one loss to Doomsy. So without further ado, let's go into the cards in this deck. So we'll start with the monster of these main monsters of Kewl Tune. So definitely 3 pieces of this rotary. This is the support from Blazing Dominion that actually make this deck more viable and playable in the meta. The effect is you can reveal this with another tuner, then you can choose one of the tuner to normal summon. So it's a very good starter to increase the normal summon for this deck in case your opponent just throw a random card destroying you like Snow Rabbit and you might actually just stop. This is the card that actually can help this deck to proceed further into combo. So definitely 3 pieces of this Kewl Tune rotary. Next we'll have the main monster Recall. So all of them are actually tuners. And Kewl Tune Recall, the effect can actually search for any Kewl Tune other than level 3. So you can actually search for rotary, you can search for mix, but definitely not search for Q. 3 pieces of this Recall. Next we'll have 3 pieces of this mix. It is another searcher and it shares the same effect like Recall, but it can search for level 2 outside of level 2. So you can actually search for Q, can search for Recall, can search for rotary but not clip. So definitely 3. Then 3 pieces of Q. This is a 1 card starter also. This one allows you to special summon from your deck or graveyard. And this clip, which is the turn 0 card you can use to synchro summon during your opponent's turn. So when aside of that, when all these Kewl Tune cards are synchro summon, like using them as material to synchro summon, they each have a different effect. So for this, you can actually banish 1 extra deck card from your opponent randomly. For this, you can actually check your opponent's top deck and banish 1 of them and decide to put on top or bottom. For this, you can actually destroy a monster. For this, you can destroy a spell or trap. And lastly, the rotary, which is the card that everybody talks about, which you can actually look at your opponent's hand and search for 1 Kewl Tune spell. So this is for the monsters from Kewl Tune. Next we'll have the hand traps. Definitely 3 pieces of this Harmonia. Very important new hand trap where you can non-target destroy a card on the field. Also you can just throw a synchro monster into the graveyard, then ultimately activating other effects to disrupt your opponent or search for cards. So definitely 3. Then Cyframe. This is the best deck to play Cyframe since most of the time you can do a lot of searches with empty field. So definitely have to play this Cyframe Gamma. The only format still having 2 legal, if I'm not mistaken. Next we'll have Whaler. The fact that we choose hand traps with tuner characteristic is because all these Kewl Tunes can actually synchro summon using a card from your hand. So a level 3 can actually add up with a effect Whaler, level 4 into a trap maker. So this is the reason for the hand trap choosing in this situation. Next we have 2 Ghost Spell. Ghost Spell definitely is a must where you can actually negate people activating Gamma and also prevent opponent from call by you. So definitely 2. Then 3 pieces of this Fualos, needless to say. 2 Maxi, needless to say, and 2 Ash Blossom. For the spells, we have 2 Call by definitely have to stop your opponent from throwing you a maxi or Fualos when you are trying to form a board. 3 synchro overtake, which is the starter, where you can review and either choose to add to hand or special summon. This card is actually very good because if you are activating this with empty field, you can check for a lot of hand traps. For example, you can check for Fualos, Maxi, Urara, etc. So definitely have to play 3. Then Kewl Tune Synchro, definitely one of the best card released for Kewl Tune, where you can actually add one Kewl Tune from your deck to your hand, then immediately can synchro summon one tuner synchro monster. So you can actually activate twice per turn. This is a very good card for you to dodge targeting hand traps like Veiler, targeting trap like Infinite Impermanence. So definitely a card for you to dodge. And lastly, one piece of this Kewl Tune, JJ Kewl Tune. So this one allows you to normal summon one more time. So that's it for the main deck. Moving into the extra deck, the only difference that we always see in AE format is we actually have this Hauki Fibrex. So this Hauki Fibrex can actually allows you to special summon a synchro tuner. So a part of a few cards if I'm not mistaken, apart from these 3 cards, this one is for you to work with the Cyframe, these 2 is for you to throw with the Harmonia for follow-up effects. All other cards inside these decks are actually synchro tuner. So a Crystron Hauki Fibrex can actually allows you to special summon any of these. It's a very powerful card. In case your opponent stop you anywhere, you can't really go into any other combos, this can actually help you. Second, we have this Zelen. Zelen definitely you have to play because this one is the negation. Let's say your opponent chaining 1 Maxi, then chaining 2 some other hand traps or spell or trap. Your Zelen can actually go into chaining 3 to negate on the chaining 1. This is the interesting thing about this card because in Yu-Gi-Oh! You likely won't see a card with this effect other than those that actually negates on resolutions. Next, we have this Golden Cloud Beast Marong. This one is for you to throw with the Harmonia, where you can later on target one more face-up card to return it to the hand. Like you play against those Richer deck and whatsoever, you can actually throw and just bounce their Richer, so they have to Richer summon again, namely the Misurugi. So this is one very good card. Next, we have 2 Kewl Tune Trackmaker. This is the Searcher, where you can search for any of the card. Also, when this card is used as synchro material, you can non-target return 1 card your opponent control to the hand. So it's a very strong card. Definitely have to play 2 pieces. Next, we have the Negation Kewl Tune RS. So RS definitely have to play 2. Also, do mind that this card will have increased attack point when both of you have a lot of tuners in the graveyard. For each tuners, you have to add 300 to this guy. So this is the most of the time, this is the killer of this deck. So 2 pieces. Then next, Kewl Tune Remix. Remix is the card that actually allows you to do combo in your opponent's turn. You can tribute this, then you can target 2 non-synchro tuners in graveyard. One of them you add to hand, and one of them you special summon. You can actually point to hand traps like Ash, Ghost Spell, Veiler, where they are all tuners. You can actually add them to hand, then choose 1 Kewl Tune to special summon. So definitely have to play 2. Then this is the Kewl Tune Cracker that actually released in Blazing Dominion. This is the card for you to play with decks like Luna Light. You can banish all their extra decks. Like when it's on summon, you can banish 1 time. Then when it's special summon from graveyard, you can actually banish 2 more. It's usually paired using the clip, because as you can see, the synchro materials require you to use Kewl Tune clip. So definitely have to play one piece in case you meet Lunalight, because Lunalight is quite popular in our rankings and all that. Then Kewl Tune loudness wall. This one is the one that actually allows you to prevent other tuners from the effect destroy, and your opponent cannot target them with card effects. The boss monster from this deck, the Kewl Tune B2B. The B2B allows all your tuners to actually attack 2 times in each battle phase. Then when your opponent activates monster effect, you can actually target 1 tuner in your graveyard or even banishment. You can add it to your hand or special summon it, and immediately you can synchro summon as well. You can actually special summon back Zelen, you can special summon back RS, all these very strong synchro tuners, so for you to use later on. So this is one of the very strong card from Kewl Tune, but you only need to play one because going into level 10 is quite an uphill task, because most of the time your opponent will have hand traps and all that against you. So play one piece of this. This one I already talked about because I'm playing the side frame, so I play one piece of this, and these two will be playing with the Harmonia. So without further ado, I'll just go into the 1-card combo. Kewl Tune Record 1-card combo here. So first of all, normal summon this Record. Record will search for anything other than level 3. So we'll search for this Kewl Tune Rotary. Then Record can actually special summon a synchro using the Rotary in hand into this track maker. So over here, we can actually chain 1, search for anything, any Kewl Tune card, and chain 2, we can actually check on your opponent's hand and search for a spell. So over here, we'll search for Kewl Tune JJ, then we'll search for a Kewl Tune Synchro. So these 2 in the graveyard. Next, we'll be activating this Kewl Tune JJ. Then we can use this card to tribute this and special summon a Mix. Then when Mix is special summon, you can actually search for other than level 2, so we'll go for this Q, and with JJ Kewl Tune we can normal summon one more time, and we'll summon this Q to special summon one more Record. This one is for you to use it in the next turn. So the setup is pretty much done. We'll go into the Synchro Remix. Okay, so over here we'll set this Kewl Tune Synchro and pass turn. During your opponent's turn, whenever you think you need to destroy a monster or destroy a spell or whatever, you can use this Kewl Tune Remix effect, tribute itself to special summon back a Record and a Mix. While keeping this special summon Record on the field, this Record and the Mix that you actually pick up, then these 2 will go into a Synchro RS. Over here you'll have this Record, chain 1 to search for a clip. Then you can also use this Mix and Record in the graveyard to destroy a monster or destroy a spell trap on the field. So having this clip in hand, so later on when your opponent activates a card that you wish to negate, you can actually use this RS. Banish 1 tuner from your graveyard, whatever you banish, doesn't matter. Then you can negate on the card, and at the same time you can actually special summon this clip using the effect in the hand. During your opponent's turn, you can straight away go into a Synchro. So over here you can go into a Zelen. So Zelen, another negation, when your opponent activates a card, you can actually chain 1, you can actually activate a Kewl Tune Synchro chain 2, and you can use Zelen to negate on the chain 1, and later on you can search for a starter for the next turn that you wish to use, maybe a Kewl to hand. Then these two can go into synchro, the effect from this Kewl Tune synchro, and you go into this B2B. Over here you are done destroying a spell or trap, negate one time, negate second time, then go into this B2B. So over here, B2B, whenever your opponent still activate effect, you can special summon back an RS. If they activate again, you can actually special summon this Zelen again for the usage of next turn to negate again. So over here, you can actually kill ready, because in the next turn, all these synchro tuners can actually attack twice. Next, we'll be doing a 1-card combo using this Kewl. So you start with Kewl, you can actually special summon a rotary. So over here, these two, you can go into a synchro track maker. So over here, why people are talking about this deck so much is because you can chain 1 to search for anything, then you can chain 2 to banish on your opponent's top deck, then you can chain 3 to check on your opponent's hand. So the fact that you can check on your opponent's hand, you know what they are lacking, and later on you can actually check on your opponent's top deck to choose what to banish and what to keep or to the bottom of the deck, and later on search for another card. So over here, chain 1, chain 2, chain 3. So chain 3, you check your opponent's hand and search for whatever spell. Then chain 2, top deck C, then decide whether what to do. Then at this point of time, you already know whatever your opponent has and also the next card they will be drawing. So over here, you search for another card, a Kewl Tune card, which over here we choose to search for this synchro. Over here, we'll activate the same thing, JJ Kewl Tune. Then JJ Kewl Tune will just tribute this to special summon a record. So over here, record, search for a level other than level 3. So we search for this mix. So Kewl Tune JJ, where we can actually normal summon one more time. We normal summon this Kewl Tune mix, then we search for this Kewl Tune record again. So at this part, we'll be doing a synchro with the record in hand to go into a remix. So we'll set this Kewl Tune synchro. So over here, we get back whatever we need, like how we start with this record. So during your opponent's turn, when you need to destroy, you can tribute this remix, then go into this record and mix into hand. Then these two will go into a synchro Kewl Tune RS again. Over here, chain 1, search, chain 2, chain 3 to destroy. So destroy, then this one you search for a clip. So over here, after you negate using this Kewl Tune RS, whatever you banish, doesn't matter. You can use a clip to special summon itself, then do a Zelen. So over here is the same thing. Your opponent activates a card or effect that you wish to negate. You can actually, the opponent chain 1, then you can actually chain 2 on this Kewl Tune synchro, then chain 3 to negate. Then this one will search for a starter for the next turn, which is a Kewl in this context. Then with these two on the field, we can actually go into a B2B again. What it can do, can definitely special summon back both of these. If you want to special summon any other cards, it's still viable also, but definitely you want to go back into these two to help you kill your opponent next turn straight away without doing any other things. So you can do a quick OTK. So that's it for the combo, the 1-card combo for this deck. Ultimately, this deck, which has a support in this Blazing Dominion, actually make this deck more viable in the meta. If you notice in OCG, this is actually one of the top meta, top pick of all the top players as well. So that's it for the introduction for this Kewl Tune in AE. If you actually like this video, please like, subscribe, or share this to a friend. Let them know how all these decks, how they actually work in AE. And that's it. See you in the next video.